Okay, let me hear the Honorable TJ Kajwang.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to speak for, yes, just 1 minute, for the development of jurisprudence, custom and tradition in this House. This is the first time ever in the history of the new Constitution that we have tackled this matter. The other House has been lucky that in many occasions they have handled such matters. And so it is important, Mr. Speaker, that you go in history as setting a precedent, the legal foundation by which many and others, and you know, Mr. Speaker, it is this House that can impeach or can call the President to question. It is this House that can call emergency or can declare war in this country. And so, Mr. Speaker, I just think that this gives you an opportunity to put the law in such a manner that everybody will have the foundation. Mr. Speaker, you see, a report has been given to you. You have looked at that report. Actually, the words you have used, you have scanned that report. In law, you have perused that report, and you have approved it. But the report has not been given to the members here. The members do not have an opportunity to go to room 8 to read that report, even if that report would die here. But to suggest that the members would accept a report one way or the other without applying their cognitive abilities to it, either to understand that the issues were unsubstantiated or not, would be to deny this House its own conscience and to take away its power to debate. Mr. Speaker, I urge you, Mr. Speaker, that you create a room by which as many members as possible may be able to comment on such issues, even if it is going to, even if it was going to die here, but give an opportunity for people.
Honorable TJ Kajwang, I have no doubt that you've been listening to me, and I know you are a very brilliant, distinguished learned junior. I have said, and you remember what Senior Counsel Otienda Molo raised and pointed out. Under the Constitution, and the President we are setting is observance of the Constitution and our standing orders. Under the Constitution, when the report comes back to the House and it says allegations are unsubstantiated, the matter ends there. Even the idea of reading the report becomes an academic exercise. Anybody who wants to read that report is available in the table office. You can pick it and read it. The converse is that if the report had found the allegations substantiated, then the Speaker would have been obligated to set another day for the House to sit. And you will then, as a plenary, debate the report and vote on it. At that stage, then anybody will peruse the report, will mark the report, will underline the report, will critique the report, will do anything with the report and convince the House that the report is right or wrong, and that decision will be made by a vote by the whole House. In the absence of the latter, then the idea of members reading the report remains academic. The Speaker cannot stop you from later looking for the report and reading it. The Speaker cannot stop you from going out there and commenting on the report. But the chips will lie where they fell, on the floor of this House. Let me hear the point of order by Otienda Molo. I will also hear you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for those directions. I think it is the right thing to do, and I will still be reserving my hope to contribute. But the point of order is this, Mr. Speaker. I rise under Standing Order 90 as read with Standing Order 107(1)(e) in terms of conflict of interest. Mr. Speaker, as a member of this House and as a lawyer, I have spoken and interacted with some of the members of the Select Committee. And a disclosure has been made to me that questions and alleges impropriety and misconduct by some members of the committee. And I'm not talking of anything out there. I am talking of things disclosed to me as a lawyer and a member of this House. In that event, Mr. Speaker, it is necessary legally and by our procedures that such an issue is referred to the Powers and Privileges Committee first. Because in the event that there's any truth in it, then it vitiates the entire report. It would result in the report being a nullity and this House restarting the process. So I need your direction, Mr. Speaker, because I believe that in that event, it would not even be right to discuss the report. It is a preliminary matter to dispel any such suspicions as required by the Constitution and by our standing orders, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Tenda Molo, Standing Order 87, Standing Order 91, and the ones you have quoted, enjoins you on the following. 1, responsibility for everything you allege on the floor. Number 2, it enjoins you to respect your colleagues at whatever level, at any rate, in any event. 3, in the event you have evidence to discuss any member, which is your absolute right under the standing orders and the Constitution, you come by way of motion. You cannot, and you know it, you're a senior lawyer. I'm your senior, but you're also a senior lawyer. You cannot cast aspersions against your colleagues without a specific motion against any one of them or several of order. Against any one of them or any 2 or 3 of them, that there was impropriety, there is evidence, and you want the House to discuss a member. I will gladly approve such a motion if you brought and I found substance in it. In the absence of a motion, I want to encourage you to set the trend and the example as the leading lawyer in this House that doing anything different is out of order.